Hi everyone, my name is Angelina. I'm an intern at the Digital Theological Library, which is a remote library, which means that I can accomplish my internship virtually anywhere, like the comfort from this dwelling place that I'm currently in. So I'm going to go ahead and take you on a journey of what it is that I do when I'm interning for the library, for the DTL. Here we go. So when I am starting any project, my main page that I'm going to be interacting with is WorldShare, and I'm going to be acting with the Digital Theological Library side of it. So once I log into that, I have my username, I have my password, and I get to here to my workstation. So this is where I work virtually from anywhere. My name is here with all my information and stuff, and I go here to metadata, and that's the real meat of where I'm doing. So what I've already done is I worked on a couple of collections for the, this is actually not one of those collections, it's this one. So I did some work here where I troubleshooted two collections from, let's see, the University of KwaZulu-Natal. So what I did was their repository had switched the carrier that they use to hold all of their, dissertations and all their open access dissertations and theses for this university. So I had to go in and switch out all the links to make sure that we had the correct links, so that when people decided to access these collections, that they could access exactly what it is they need to access and not an error. So I'd go over here, click on that one. This one has 523 items. So what I would do is, first I would make sure that I had access to the dissertation page, which is, right up here. And if you look a little bit further up, there he is. So click on that. I have my little search bar here, which is what I do. And a lot of this internship is copying and pasting. So I go over here and I go to this link, okay? And when I was first working on this, I would click on the link. I would go up here to the title and I would copy it. Then I would go here to my university page, and then of course I already have it up here because I was doing this earlier. So we're going to paste that in, we're going to search for it, and then boom, there it is. All right, so I want to make sure that the titles that I have match. Here is your title, an abstract. Not every thesis or dissertation had an abstract, but if you would like to download it, it's right here. View and open, the date, the author, the metadata for the full record, full item record, and here on the bottom was our trouble spot, our handle net, the reason why we're here. So I had to just make sure that when I went and I fixed these links, that I wasn't using this URI number at all. What I was using was this right here. So I would copy this, and then I would go to my OCLC and I would paste in the correct. Once it's done saving, it'll take you to the rest of your collection, and to check whether or not you did things right, you would go to this little link right here where it says click website. You'll click on it, and there we go. 1, Enoch and Jude and the EOTC canon. And that is what managing and troubleshooting metadata problems within the OCLC environment looks like. Now, when you're building a collection, it's like the same process, a lot of copying and pasting. But what's interesting is that you have to locate this university level open access content on the web, which means that you have to have like an idea of a thing that you're looking for, or you have to find the university that has open access dissertations and theses in the theological religious studies realm. The first collection that I did, Tom helped me build it. We went to the Biblioteca Digital Hispanica, the National Digital Library of Spain. And the cool thing about them is that they have so many cool stuff. So what I did is I worked out of this space, and what I would do is I would go through every one of these, and I would copy this title, and then I would paste it in the Open Access Digital Theological Library right here. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit in there now. And I would see if the Digital Theological Library, had access to it, and if I could find the right title to correspond to the right item in the OCLC. Because what I noticed too when building this particular collection is that so many items have similar names, and because I am not fluent in Latin but can read some Spanish, I definitely had to make sure that I had, like before, that I had the exact correct title. So what I would do is I would just, pick one of these titles like I was doing before, and then I would just click on that website, and then it would take me to the page where it would take me to the item record page, and see there's my title, there's all my information, 1501, musica manuscrita, and so then you would just click on that view work tab if you wanted to take a peek at it. Come on inside. And I say that the neatest part about this collection is being able to actually see the items themselves. And I love old things and vintage things, and it was just so cool to be able to see these, super old, musical scores and masses that the Catholic Church, used. And I just thought it's just so cool to me to be able to see these records, and I just love that I got a chance to contribute this to the OCLC, which is very cool. Oh, okay, so this is something that I'm going to show Tom, the director, later on in just a bit, actually, to see if this is something that could work for the library. Now, it's definitely, on brand. It's dealing with religious and theological texts. It's pastoral works. So what I would be doing is I would click on this link, and then I would copy and paste this title. I'm not copying the whole title, because sometimes if I put the whole title in, I'm just not going to get the kind of result that I need to get. So sometimes putting in a partial title works. Okay, cool. So we've got to make sure that the title that I'm looking for is the same title that I am looking for here. So I'm looking for exactness. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna click on this, okay? And look, it's a print book, 1848, and it's by the Association con los Angeles. So I'm gonna look and see who the author is here. Author, right there. So then I'm going to look at the description. Here's clues so that I can confirm what I have on both sides are the same, are mirrors of each other. So, there's the publication date, 1848. I can go over here. I can look, fecha is the date. So 1848 right there. Super cool. They have the physical description right there, so I can go and see if the physical description matches. Yeah, physical description, 42 pages, 15 centimeters. So yay, this is something that I can definitely look for. So, and you'll see here, this is also very important. So let me kind of like boop, boop. So when it says that it's held by other libraries worldwide, it means that the Digital Theological Library, they don't have it in their collection. So that means it's totally up for grabs. So when I, build this collection and I have a brand new collection, I'll just show you in this musical scores right now, but I'm not going to add it for real because I don't want to mess this up. So when I'm going to add the OCL number in, I will go all the way down here to add a title. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click look up by OCN. Paste that in there. I'm going to continue it. Awesome. So this is just confirming what we already know. This item is in the OC LC. We have the title right there. Awesome. There's the title ID. What we would do if we were actually for sure going to save this into the collection, but we're not going to do that because this is not a musical score and we got to stay, like items together. So you're going to click the other and you're going to change it to ebook, and then you're going to put the title URL right there. So to find the URL for this, you're going to want to come down to here to the link. So you just click that, and this is the bibliográfico number. So you'll click on that, you will copy it, you'll come back to here, and then you will totally paste that in, and then you'll save your work, and then your item will show up in the collection. So it's really that easy to build collections, and it's that fun too. Here we go. We've talked about troubleshooting. We've talked about building collections. We've talked about locating university level open access content on the web, which is what we were just talking about. Yeah, so thank you all so much for viewing. I hope you'll give interning at the DTL a try, or you'll at least come on down and see what we got, because it's not just Christian or Catholic things. It's any religious and theological studies. So Buddhism and Wicca and all kinds of stuff. So it's very cool. So check it out if you don't know about it. Yeah, this has been Angelina Howard. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.